Y'all know what's going on, man. Tonight, man, we got our special guest, Profit Dinero, man.
What it is?
Coming straight up out of 1700.
Believe it.
Man, so we're gonna go ahead and dive in, man. Y'all tuned in, man. Get a folks a biography about you real quick.
You know, my name Timothy Flowers, artist name Profit Dinero. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida, of course. Born and raised, Joe Lewis Projects. You know, been making a name for myself in this city with this music shit for a minute now.
For sure.
OG with this shit, honestly, that's how I feel, but you know.
Okay.
Humble with it now, so I ain't gonna do too much bragging about it, but you know, it's all love.
Okay, so boom, we're gonna start the first one off with tell us what it was like growing up in Joe Lewis, man, 1700 lifestyle.
An everyday struggle. Having to figure out everything on your own.
Okay.
Pretty much poverty, you feel what I'm saying? But you know, I made it out, you feel what I'm saying? I stayed focused, I grinded, you feel what I'm saying? I went through the struggles, my obstacles, you know, and capitalized off every situation I've been through, and here I am today, so you know.
Okay.
So with Joe, where you in the front, you in the back?
I'm in the middle section, you know, I was born and raised in the middle section, apartment 88, you know, across the street from the Boys and Girls Club.
Straight up.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, yeah. You was down about the mailboxes up on that hill, right?
Well, the mailbox is right there now, but the mailbox's original was further back, but right there where the new mailbox is at.
Okay.
I'm from like the old Joe, the original Joe.
Say the old mailbox.
It's Springfield now, but you know.
Yeah. Okay, so boom. So next thing we want to jump into, man, let's talk about I did my research on you. You know, I paid attention to your moves and like the stuff you be posting, and then I seen a picture of you and Pain. You know, that was real major. Not too many artists from here tapped in with Pain.
Yes,
so tell us about your encounter with T-Pain.
Pretty much I was in a depressed mode at the time. You know, I wrote a song called Tallahassee Love, you know, and I decided to put snippets of Pain childhood home in the video, you know what I'm saying? And I woke up one day, I decided to share it on Twitter, and just so happened he watched it, he retweeted it, and pretty much went from there. He reached out to me, and gave me the opportunity to be featured on the track with him, and just so happened the track ended up having to be the intro to his album, One Up. So
yeah, I just checked that song out. I was gonna ask you about that, like how that came about.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it came out, based off of me making Tallahassee Love and showing him love within the song. So.
Did y'all record in the studio together, or he just shot it?
To be honest, he shot the song to me, and then pretty much from there, I took a trip to Atlanta and we linked up, and pretty much went from there.
So check it like that. Everybody, you know, back in them times, you know, I know Pain. I did a lot of runs with him. He's a good fella. I've been knowing him since he was a young fella. Right around the corner, we done did shows together. I've been to the house, and you know, things of that nature. But at that time, Tallahassee wasn't really on Pain's side at that time.
Right,
you know what I mean? There was a lot of people that didn't know. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to speak for, I love Pain on everything, man. He's a hard-working fella. I love his grind.
I agree.
Me and that little fella used to sit in the house sometimes, man, and just, his thought process is impeccable.
Sure.
But you know, in today's culture, you see people that they go with trends. What made you decide to, regardless of whatever else everybody else was saying, I find that, you know, that remarkable that you'll still reach out to Pain. It shows me that you're not a follower.
Right.
So what tapped into you to make you just say, you know, I'm gonna show dude some love?
To be honest with you, at that moment when I wrote that song, I was actually out on bond. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was really pretty much like restricted to like what all I can do, far as like music wise, far as like rapping from a street aspect. So you know, I just got real focused on the conscious aspect of music. And I know Pain is more so like a conscious artist. He's more so a real artist. He's not a street artist. Straight up. So with me being in that thought process of making that song, I felt like it was only right, you feel what I'm saying, for me to like pay tribute to him, you know what I'm saying, like being the fact of he came from the situation that I was in, and basically the type of stuff I was speaking about on Tallahassee Love, you know what I'm saying, basically speaking about within the pain of Tallahassee, like how hard it is to make it out of the city, you feel what I'm saying. He happened to be the ones who made it out, so they want to salute him on that. So
I respect that, man. I respect that.
That's what's up for sure. Okay. So like, what happened with it? I seen you put up a letter, probably about a week ago.
Okay.
Of the deal.
Pretty much, basically, what happened is I was fighting a case before he ever reached out to me, before he even ever came into the picture, and you know, it was some talks on the table. He wanted to sign me to the label and stuff like that, but I ended up getting incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like left a bad look. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it was it's something I overcame. You feel what I'm saying? But that's pretty much what that was all about. You feel what I'm saying? The whole incarceration thing pretty much slowed that down, but he was in the process of signing me, and I hear a lot of people like get caught up in the mentions of he don't do this for the city, he don't do that for the city. Like, the man do stuff for the city. He just don't put his face on everything he do for the city.
For sure.
So you know, I know this is one of the questions that people gonna ask, so we gotta ask it. What's the situation now with you and Payne? Have you talked to Payne since you've been out?
To be honest with you, I have not.
Yeah. Okay.
I have not, and reason being is not because something I have against him or something he have against me. It's just the fact of I'm respecting his grind. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm back on my grind. Like, it was never a situation to where, like, I needed him or he needed me. You feel what I'm saying? He grinding, I'm grinding. I respect his artistry. He respect mine. So
For sure.
that's what it is.
Okay, so how did you bounce back mentally after that? Like, knowing like Chain Gang kind of messed up your deal.
To be honest, I look at it as, at that moment, it kind of messed me up mentally because I was in a material state of mind. But like within being in there and growing, it kind of actually helped me grow mentally because like I actually had the opportunity to learn who I am as a person.
Wow.
Like fuck the artist, all of that. You feel what I'm saying? I got to learn who I was as a person, like who Timothy Flowers was. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people know me for Profit Dinero. You feel what I'm saying? But it was actually a relieving moment because it gave me an opportunity to get away from the cameras and people talking about me and this and that and this and that. And like, man, like, who are you? Who are you as a man? You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta have the opportunity to tap into myself.
That's something, man. That really, we was talking and pulling up. You was like, bro, I know you probably know. I knew of, you know what I mean, and the person that I viewed back then is not the person that I'm talking to right now. And you said something real profound. You were saying, man, I found out who I am.
Right.
And a lot of times, bro, even from back in time, you got to think about our ancestors. They were brought here and given different names, and they acquiesced to the names that they were given.
Right.
And in the streets, sometimes we acquiesce to who people think we should be, and we begin to put on that. Not that I'm acting, but this is who they call me.
Right.
They call me gangster, so and I'm not saying that I'm flawed or I'm soft, but really that's not what I'm on. But that's how y'all view me, so I'm gonna give y'all what y'all looking for. Right. But the person that I'm talking to today is not that person. You know what I mean? I came, to be honest with you, bro, I came in this interview looking for a different person. Not looking for, but expecting. But just for these first few minutes, I'm not talking to that same prophet that used to be on social media going dumb and, you know what I mean, and going off on it. I think I really believe you found yourself.
Yes, sir.
And you spoke on this earlier. You talked about depression. You said that the depression kind of like had you in a dark place. I think a lot of people deal with depression, and I think they don't know how to. Sometimes depression takes people out, right. But sometimes people use depression as a stepping stone, right. Because it caused me to be a recluse and go into my own bag, and now I get to find out who I really am. Right. And that's something that I feel like needs to be expounded on. So if you can,
what I learned from dealing with that too as well is like a lot of black men, like when it comes to mental health, don't know how to like learn how to release. They like to hold within. I guess we got this concept of I don't want to tell nobody what's going on with me. I'm gonna handle it myself. Feel what I'm saying? And that cause a lot of people to wreck out. When I feel like it's best of it. You feel me? Some people feel like it's wrong with crying. Ain't nothing wrong with crying.
Straight up.
You gotta release sometimes. Because if you don't release, then you gonna wreck out. Now you wreck out 10, 20. You got 10, 20 years in prison because
then you cry.
You too hard to cry. Yeah, then you really crying.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with releasing a vent to somebody or talking to somebody and let somebody know you going through something, because there's always somebody that'll listen. There's always somebody that'll help you. So
I respect your mind, homie. If I don't say that, a lot of times, and nephew will tell you, a lot of times in interviews I sit back But you said a few things in this interview, man, that has opened up a door. I like to go in them doors. You see what I'm saying? And if somebody got this wall up, this box, and is in here pretending, and not saying that anybody came doing that, but I've talked to people before that have had this wall up, and I'm not trying to penetrate that. If that's still where you are, I'll tell you from over the wall, hey homie, it's beautiful over here. Right. Come out of that wall, and if you want to come, cool. But from go, nigga, you had a door on your wall, like it's open, nigga. This ain't no wall here no more.
I mean, a lot of people have a wall up because they're not comfortable with who they are. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So
exactly.
They don't know who they are.
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving your transition, homie. Like, don't nobody tell you because we don't give each other props on little stuff. People give you props for whacking something. And not understanding that, man, bro, you crashed out, homie. That ain't nothing to attaboy about. Right. What's the attaboy about is tapping into yourself, tapping into your higher power, bro, and understanding that this who I was, but this who I am. Right. And I asked you earlier, man. We talked about pain, but I'll tell you this: a flame is a flame. If you ever went camping, you know, as a young fella, man, I got my brothers, them, they live in the country. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we would build a fire. Well, if the fire has been there all night, sometimes it'll go down. But all you gotta do to them sticks, my niggas, just blow on it. Right. Just fan it for a little while, and the fire will fire back up.
Gonna catch eventually.
So all God will be telling you is, Prophet, man, just fan on it. I gave you that gift. This ain't nothing you did on your own. The gifts are given without repentance. God gave you a gift. And although it looks like the fire's out, blow on it. Don't worry about what's going on over here, what's going on over there. Build your fire back up. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead, well, that's all I want to speak to.
For sure. All right, so, you know, moving on from everything that happened, like, what's your next steps with the music game?
Currently right now, you know, I'm focused on releasing singles, but I am working on my album right now.
Okay.
You know, I'm more so focused on the independent route, but you know, if the right situation, opportunity present itself.
Most definitely.
You know, I'm prepared to make that move. So.
Most definitely. Okay, so let's talk about influencers in the rap game. Who would you say are your top influencers?
Ross.
Okay. That's the first.
Yeah, Ross. I mean, reason being, Ross real business minded. You know what I'm saying? He real business oriented. I actually read his book, his latest book he just had.
Something I forgot.
I actually forgot the name of it, but I actually read it in prison. But it's like the stuff he was talking in there, like as far as like the everyday things we do in life, how we could just capitalize off of them and not even realizing like everything we want be right in front of us. You feel what I'm saying? And we go so out of our way looking for it. But really, all you gotta do is just, like I said, just tap into what's around you, tap into yourself, tap into your energy, your atmosphere. You feel what I'm saying? And like I was saying, like Ross a big influence on me. I say Jay. You feel what I'm saying? Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay, for sure.
Facts. Just on the fact of the type of stuff he's into, like you wouldn't think the average black man would be into. You feel what I'm saying? Well, I wouldn't say the average black man, but just a black man period. Like Jay into like art on a whole nother level for like paintings and that type of stuff.
Basquiat.
Facts.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I was always a big fan of Outkast, Andre 3000.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill.
Okay, so you just knocked out my next question because I was from there as well. Women influencers.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill. I always liked the Eve. Foxy Brown.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up on like real authentic original music, bro. So you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, so how do you feel about the current music scene? And it's not even with just Tallahassee. In an overall aspect, with everything going on in the music world right now, hip hop, rap, how you feeling about it?
I feel like it's saturated with a lot of violent music.
That is
That's what I really do. I mean, music is not music no more. I mean, not every time you look up, all you see is like a bunch of guys behind the main artist, cars, clothes, all this money. I mean, I grew up in an era where like it was creativity behind the videos. You feel what I'm saying? Like
For sure.
The Missy Elliott videos where you actually like where people like actually like
Choreography.
brought art into their actual music. Nowadays,
Yeah, nobody
I mean,
really have like background dancers or none in their videos. No more.
Nowadays, all you gotta do is go spend, go buy some jewelry, get a car, pay a couple of scribbles to be in your video, throw some money, and then you go on viral. But what about the art? What about the appreciation of actual music? Being able to create something like that's timeless. You feel what I'm saying? Something that's gonna last forever.
For sure. Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. The music scene is taking more of a violent turn now. Music, it's not lyrical no more.
You know.
I've explained that to y'all though.
At all.
I've explained to you why. If you understand the powers that be.
Right.
And you understand that Satan, that his job in heaven was over the music. He was the worship leader,
the angel of music.
He was, and what he would
y'all
do,
going deep with it.
what he would do was choreograph a song to have the angels in a trance, so where all they wanted to do was praise God. He was just that talented. I told you before, the gifts are given without repentance. So when God cast him out of heaven, he didn't take his gifts back. He still has that gift to be able to captivate you with music. It's a proven fact, scientifically, experiments. You can take music into a hospital.
And it'll also
cure people.
And people will be healed.
Yeah, it cure people.
Damn, I ain't know that.
So if that could happen on that spectrum, because there's always two spectrums. So if on the far left, if that's the spectrum, on the far right, people can be killed.
So, okay, with you saying that people can be healed just off of music, do you agree with the whole energy and frequency way of living with life? You know how they say our bodies or our energy runs off of frequencies?
What I believe with that, I believe that it's someone that's trying to take, it's just like this. Somebody's trying to take the author's recognition from it and grabbing something else out of it. Because even without him, I could still get this.
Right.
But without him, there is no energy.
Right.
So when people throw that energy word around and the universe and the stars well, who made that?
Right, it had to come from somewhere.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that I don't agree with it because I know who made the energy.
Right.
I'm not saying that I don't agree with nature because I know who made nature.
Right.
But I'm not focused on the nature. Case in point. And I know from talking to God, talking about this is going to be a far stretch, but I have to put it to where you can understand it. Why would I talk to the middleman?
Facts.
Right, I go straight to the source.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Bruh, I'm not finna keep hollering at you and you gonna keep making money from just giving me something. I need to talk to the people that's giving me something.
Facts.
I need to talk to the people that's giving me. I'm not giving credit to the end. Okay, it's cool when I'm young, and when I don't know nobody. You know, you fresh off the block and JT, he gave me $50 rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at some time, you have to your cognitive intellect has to come into play and say, hey, wait a minute. Now, God, dog, now I'm doing all the work. He ain't doing nothing.
Right.
Now, either I'm gonna work like this for the rest of my life, or I'm gonna build my own business.
Yeah.
I'm going to the man.
Yeah.
So without my answer to the whole energy question is, I know who made the energy.
Right.
You did?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right. So on to the next one. How do you feel about paying homage to OG artists?
I salute them. I mean, they paved the way for us.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I don't really, I see it, but I don't really see it, if that makes sense. Like, you know, you'll have, out of 100 artists, you'll have maybe 10% paying homage to, you know what I'm saying, to somebody old school or to an OG. And I was recently watching Carisha Please with her and Trina. Okay. And, you know, she was like, Carisha was giving Trina her flowers, no cap. And that's not really something that I see nowadays. Like, not too many, even in the big industry world, not too many artists are giving the OG artists who paved the way they flowers. You know what I'm saying? Who don't open up certain doors.
I think it's more so not so people like paying homage, giving people their flowers. I think it's more so people just being more so in tune with what they got going on. You You feel what I'm saying? I mean, even though you got, these are the influencers and the people who inspired us to do it, but it's just like you so caught up into like doing what you trying to accomplish that you really ain't trying to slow down and really pay attention to what nobody else got going on. I mean, when you see them in traffic, okay, I salute you. I've always been a fan of you, but it's like, as far as me stopping what I'm doing, going out of my day, like, I mean, you doing the same thing I'm doing.
Well, nah, I say that to say I'm hearing a lot of basically a lot of Beat Jackson samples going on right now.
Oh, now, I mean, when you speak, of course, now when you doing things of that nature, of course you got to pay your respects. I mean, you pretty much tapping into their energy. They built their energy on that song. So when you tapping into their energy, you got to pay homage to them.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that, but they not really paying homage.
They not tagging them in or none of that. I mean, I noticed that, and I mean, even so with myself, like with my first day out track, I sampled Outkast AT Aliens track, and before I even released it, you know what I'm saying, I reached out to him. Because I want to go about it the right way.
For sure.
And getting them, you know what I'm saying, they clear me to use that track. But, you know, a lot of artists, you know, they tend to just get tracks and go to a producer and have them chop it up and woo, and don't go behind the all right procedures to get it clear. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, but, you should always pay homage to somebody. I mean, if you're trying to tap into what they got going on, you feel what I'm saying? So,
okay. For sure.
when you put it in that aspect, yeah.
All right. Well, shit, I want to ask you this too. Do you consider yourself as one of the greatest?
I'm always consider myself one of the greatest. Reason being, because I make music for me.
Okay.
I'm always be great to me.
Straight
I
up.
mean, just because he don't like my music, or you don't like my music, or she don't like my music, I love my music. I make music for me. I make music because it makes me feel good. And that's what a lot of people get caught up into, and they wonder why they don't blow. Because they're trying to make music that's going to make you feel good. But what about music that make her feel good?
Right.
She don't like the same music you like. You feel what I'm saying? So you just got to do you and pretty much gain your own traction from your own fan base, from people who just like what you do.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Well,
I'm always be great.
I like your mental space, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
I just love your thought process, because from the outside, people will view something else, and I'm the same way. People view me as a certain person that I'm totally not. And once you sit down and talk, you'll get to know the person. That's why I encourage people to have conversations with people.
Right.
Have talks with people, man, to where you don't have this preconceived notion of who someone is. And if you would just take the time to just get inside this person's mind and understand why they act the way they do. You said something earlier. You said, man, I don't make music for them. I make music for me.
Right.
And it's enough people that feels like you, because you can't please everybody.
I'm gonna tell you one thing Payne told me that stuck with me, and I simply said, I'm saying this because you say you can't please everybody. One thing Payne told me that always stuck with me, he said, you'd rather be a rich fuck nigga than a broke real nigga. And when he first said it, I was like, man, I'll never be no fuck nigga. But when you think about it, like, basically what he was saying is, no matter what you do, no matter what you do to try to please somebody, you'll never be able to please them.
It's like you'll never be enough.
You're going to be the F word to somebody.
You feel what I'm saying? To everybody.
Yeah, you're going to be somebody going to find something wrong.
You feel what I'm saying? Because there's going to be somebody out there, if I give you a meal and give him two, you're going to be asking me, well, why he got two and I got one?
Nah, for sure.
But I ain't have to give the F boy.
I ain't have to give neither one of y'all now.
Yeah, because all it takes is for one wrong situation to blow up, and then everything good you did went out the window. Yeah, real spill now. Fuck with that. Okay, so what separates you from other rappers?
What separates me from other rappers? I feel like a lot of the stuff I rap about, I really live.
Okay.
Like, I really live. Like, I really live. Like, I really been out there in the streets on that yellow line. I really did the prison bid. I really am a real gang member. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I am these things these people talk about. Do I glorify that? No, I do not. I don't have to.
For sure.
I don't have to. I mean,
okay.
Some things you just don't have to talk about, but it's just like, that's what I feel like separates me from a lot of artists, not just in Tallahassee, but in the industry period too. You feel what I'm saying? And and it's funny because I mean, like, that's who I was, but that's not who I am now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I had to learn the
right.
difference because a lot of these guys, they make these songs and they forget that it's youth that's listening to these songs.
Real
You feel what I'm saying? So they not understanding these youth, like the youth are not mentally mature to realize the stuff that they rapping about. They not actually living.
Yeah, they can't
You
process.
feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why sometimes, like, well, I ain't gonna say sometimes. A lot of times, I have to pay attention to the type of stuff I release as far as music because I got a 14-year-old son.
Yeah,
My son, my son in high school.
real
You feel what I'm saying? So, and ain't no way in hell I'm trying to set an example to let him lead down and go down the path I went down. So it's just like, it's just like that's why I said, like, that's what separates me. Like, I know not to rap about certain shit, or I know if I rap about certain shit, I can't be living this shit out. You feel what I'm saying? But you do, and then you do have some rappers who rap about it and then live it out. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, they crash out. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know the difference, like, what you know.
Okay. Back in 2016, man, you dropped a intro. You shot it with 618 Films. One of my favorite songs by you.
Appreciate
Shit
it.
was fire.
Appreciate it.
Question though, what stuck out to me? Walking Money Gang. Are you signed to it, or like, what's the deal with that?
Walking Money Gang. I honestly got introduced to Walking Money Gang through Kiwi. I was working on a song called Song. I don't know if you remember that. Like, you know, the little song with it, like everybody be rapping, like say a couple words.
Oh yeah.
I was working on that track, and I had reached out to Mike Dollars to get on the track.
Okay.
But then I was just scrolling through Facebook, and I actually seen a video of Kiwi rapping. So I make a long story short, I ended up reaching out to Kiwi. We ended up doing the song. Kiwi introduced me to P Bird. You feel what I'm saying? And, Walking Money Gang is actually Kiwi label. You feel what I'm saying? So when I linked up with Kiwi, we pretty much made song or whatever. It went viral. Started rocking with me. You feel what I'm saying? And me, I'm a stand-up guy. Like I said, I'm from the street, so paperwork don't have to be involved. Your word is bond. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if we say that's what it is, that's what it is. I'm gonna rock out with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Walking Money Gang telling my face.
Yeah, that's what I seen.
You know
I'm
what
like,
saying?
okay, yeah, so it's serious.
And a lot of people tend to say, oh, well, you was Bammy ENT, you was Walking Money Gang, now you nappy boy. Man, I'm whatever. I got a DNA. My DNA run deep. And everything, anybody I ever been affiliated with could tell you I'm authentic. Ain't nobody never pushed me out of anything I ever dealt with them. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I ended up doing the on song with Kiwi. It went viral, man. You feel what I'm saying? And Kiwi asked me to start fucking Walking Money Gang. You know what I'm saying? I locked in with them boys, and we had a good run. You feel what I'm saying? And still to this day, that's family. That's family. I'm still rocking with them boys. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, right now I'm on my walk right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked in with my brother West Side. Salute, cash on cash.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We got our thing going on right now.
I heard you mention Bama ENT. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, Bama ENT. Geek. That's pretty much what started everything. Free my brother Geek. Yeah, Bama ENT pretty much what started everything. Me, Geek, Georgia Boy, Flip, RP, Mama Liv.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So, you know, we had that, little Flip, little short Flip.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. That's where
yeah.
Flip at, man.
Yeah, he out here, he's still around, man.
Man,
You know,
shout out to Flip, man. Boy, if you see this here, man, get at me, boy. That's my dog. And that boy, that's dumb with it, boy.
Facts,
Yeah, that boy, I love Flip, man.
Yeah, that's my little big brother.
Yeah. He like that. I love that. I love that boy Flip. Shout out to Flip.
Facts. So, but you know, we had our run, man. We had a strong run to it, Bammy ENT, man. But you know, like I said, everybody pretty much, as we got older, everybody pretty much started doing their solo things. You know what I'm saying? The prison run-ins, you know. So, but you know, I'm here waiting on my brother Geek to come home. So you know, it's always love. Like anything I've ever been affiliated with, as far as music, that's gonna always be tied to me. That's gonna always be my family. So.
Okay.
See, nephew put up the big 4 on there. What up, nephew?
Lean.
Facts.
Yeah. All right. So, what you feel that you could bring to the music game? You know, if you was to just wake up tomorrow and it's your time to shine, what all you gonna bring to it?
Unity.
Nice.
Unity first and foremost. Unity, because
wow.
I love that.
I mean, you know, it's a lot of people say it's unity and they doing this. I mean, it's all the way down to the DJs, promoters, artists, whoever. I still see the favoritism shit, but I don't speak on it too much. But I really feel like it. I mean, when in Atlanta, when one artist drop, all the artists shut out artist music.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta is like a real step.
So, and I'm like, okay. I mean, we pretty much baby Atlanta right now. Everybody talking about motion this, motion that. Tallahassee done became the motion capital.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
You feel what I'm saying? So, if we got all this motion, why we can't have motion together? Why is it? Why is this looking like one motion just? You feel what I'm saying? Let's eat together. That's what you feel what I'm saying.
That ties into one of your favorite topics, where you be like, why do black men keep tearing each other down?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You could be trying to go up, but you got a nigga want to come out the blue and want to sneak this shit or throw up this or something.
Right. Let me give you a broader view of that. You got to understand the demographics and you got to understand the geographical part of it.
Yes, sir.
Atlanta is a lot bigger than Tallahassee.
Right.
Being that the hate could be so far away to where it's not effective. And it doesn't affect you.
Okay.
Tallahassee is so small.
You can't help but see.
See, if all I got is this look, if any blemish on it, you're gonna be able to see it.
Right.
If I got a Volkswagen, any blemish you're gonna be able to see it.
Right.
But if I got a stretch Hummer,
you can't see what's way back.
You don't see. It's gonna take you a minute to get around that corner to find out what's going on. And before you do, the motion done happened, and it's too. I done got too many people with me now for you to be hating with me.
I agree.
Sure.
But because we're so small, anything that I do is, bruh, it ain't hard for me to figure out who did it. Now, in a class full of 300 people, somebody throw a piece of paper at the teacher, it ain't hard to. I mean, it's gonna be hard to find. But if you got a class of 5 people, and somebody throw some paper at the teacher while she writing on the chalkboard, and she turn around, she gonna be able to look in one of y'all niggas' eyes and tell, boy, I know who did it because it's so small. So when I hear people compare that to, and I get it, I get what because I say it all the time, man. Why do we be so invested in tearing somebody down? It has nothing to do with me. I thought of this the other day, but when I go to the bank. All I'm concerned with when I talk to the teller is what's in my account. I don't care who in line in front of me. I don't care who in line behind me. I don't care about your issue. It's a lady in front of me arguing about her check balance and it should be, and somebody done took some money out of her bank and it's fraud. I don't care. I sympathize. I'm empathetic about that. But I have no, when I get back in my car, I ain't saying, but they shouldn't get out of there nothing. You know what? I know she built on that scam and stuff. Yeah, that ain't my problem to deal with. When I go to God, I'm not concerned about what you doing wrong. Now I'm gonna pray for you to get right.
Right.
It's something going on in the streets about you, bro. It ain't my job to speak on it. See, people talk about what's being real and what's being wrong. Me being real, homie. What you eat don't make me defecate.
Hey.
And I gotta understand that.
Right.
But if I'm looking for some help, see, this is what people do. People jump on waves, and instead of building a bridge, they build a dam. And they shut it off to where you can never cross back over there again. Now, regardless of what you may have going on, I may not agree with that. And if I don't, you and I can discuss that. But putting that out there is going to burn a bridge because I never know. But when I come back across this bridge, see, the same ladder that take you to the top of the mountain, you got to walk that back, though, same ladder down. Can't live up there.
No, you can't.
You get what I'm saying? It's gravity. Whatever goes up, gotta come down.
Right.
But I gotta understand is, listen, this is what the Bible says. I said, my brethren, if any man be overtaken in a fault, ye with your spiritual should restore such a man in meekness, unless thou also be tempted. Right. That's a scripture that I learned that in jail with one of my homeboys. Shout out to Big Wood. He introduced me to the Bible and made it so real to where I wanted to read because he just told me all these gangster stories. I was infatuated, and I realized the biggest gangster was in the book.
Right.
So when he told me that scripture always stuck out to me. I'm saying, God, why you give me that? He said, because listen, the problem we have as a people, we don't know how to restore. If you come in a fault, I'm gonna help the people kick you down because that's what everyone else is doing.
Right.
But that's not how it was designed.
Right.
Because we're all gonna fall. I don't know nobody in this room, in this world, that ain't never failed.
Yeah, right, for sure.
But what if every time someone failed, someone was there to pick them up? You remember back in the day, when them circles was going on?
Yeah, I remember the circles.
Not even if someone was there. What if it was a situation to why it shouldn't even have to be somebody there, because somebody should be by your side.
You should be able to walk with somebody. But because we done burnt so many bridges, I can't go over here and you can't come over here.
Right.
Because you will stay over there and I still, what the world?
That shit crazy.
But go to Kalon. Miss Banner can go to Miss Susie's house and she still, Susie, got a cup of sugar?
And they having a good old time.
And man, they have barbecues, little Susie, little Bobby and little Jimmy play together all the time. But because you stay over here and I stay over here, I can't. But you remember when them circles was going on?
Yeah, I remember.
You know what stopped the circles, bro? People stopped believing in each other. There was nothing. People say Ponzi scheme. No. You know what happened? For a split second, everyone believed in each other, and everybody was on some. Bro, you gonna get it? I'm gonna get it. We gonna get it, and we gonna get it. Because you remember when you cash out? Hey boy, I done got mine. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna put another $100 so you can get to the middle of the circle.
Right.
You remember how people was doing?
Yeah.
They were putting extra money in to help you until certain people started getting too greedy. They before I lose, I'm gonna go.
Right.
What happened is people stopped caring about the next person and started focusing on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how God operated it.
Right.
Selfish instead of selfish.
Each one is supposed to teach one. That's how it's supposed to go. But we as people, Bible said this, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. I told you before, knowledge in the Greek means light. People can't see without light. You take the light away, they have no vision. They have no vision, they have no direction, and they're just riding around reckless. This is the reason why people cannot or will not get together. But listening at you, Prophet, man, I see a new era. I see ushering in a new era. Regardless of what the past was or regardless of what yesterday was, change has to start.
Facts.
But no one wants to take the stance.
Facts.
You want to know why? Because I'm deemed as different.
Right.
But remember I told you about that little flame that's over there? You keep blowing your flame.
Facts.
It's going to show somebody in these woods lost that don't know how to get back to point it, and all they need to do is see that little light.
Facts.
If they see your light, they can make it home.
Facts.
But if you take your light and put your tent around it, so this my light, I don't want nobody over. And that's what people do. But I can't even knock you for doing that because people perish for the lack of knowledge. You didn't know.
Right.
So I'm here to your name. I see how you spell it, but your name has meaning.
Facts.
The whole prophet aspect of your name. What was it? You didn't do that by happenstance.
Right.
A lot what people tell you to let go, God is trying to use. God wants to use that part of you because it's somebody just like you that don't know how to get over here. But you can say, hey homie, it's beautiful over here.
Definitely is.
But when people get over here, guess what they build? They build a gate. The haves and the have-nots. But God intended for you to build a bridge from the have to the have-nots. So when I get to the have part, I can walk over this bridge and say, hey, this is how, and then guess what? Then me and you go over here and we get 2. Then we go get 4. And then we go get 8. That's how it's supposed to be.
Taking
So
out one loaf of bread and feeding the village.
yeah, man. So that's how it's supposed to be.
So let me ask you this: what advantages or disadvantages do you feel you have when it comes to the rap game?
I feel like my creativity.
Is that an advantage or a
I feel like that's an advantage. I
Okay.
feel like that's an advantage. Me being able to think outside of the box. Me being able to, prime example, like I got a video shoot tomorrow. Me being able to make a song called Switch, and not necessarily have to make it about a gun. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, even though that's what I'm talking about, you feel what I'm saying? I had to take something that's like a light switch and symbolize the same thing what I'm talking about. It's just being creative, being able to think outside the box, and being able to show people a different view with a different meaning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I ain't really. I mean, it's nice to have all the extra stuff and all the flash shit, but I'm more so on like just making real art, and that's what's gonna always give me the advantage over a lot of people, because I'm not focused on making music that the trend want to hear right now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Focus on my trend.
That's what it is.
Okay. So before we close it out on the interview aspect, what upcoming projects do you have? We know you got this Switch video shoot tomorrow.
Facts.
You said you're working on your album. So what
You
else?
just dropped another song not too
Oh
long
yeah,
ago.
you talking about that? Oh yeah, facts. I definitely did. I just dropped my Side of Town.
Oh yeah.
Facts. Well, with Swerve Tarantino and 48 Bird was actually going up right now.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually dope. We actually bought the hood out for that. Everybody, a lot of people came out and showed a lot of support. So
Okay.
I really appreciate that. So
For sure. So what else you got coming? What else they can look forward to?
pretty much. I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm just releasing singles right now. I'm working on the album. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be doing a lot of moving around right now, a lot of networking with a lot of artists outside of the city.
Okay.
I'm trying to give them a different view of me. You know what I'm saying? Like working outside of Tallahassee and stuff like that.
For sure.
So,
Alright, so before we close the interview, you got anything else you want to throw out there? Anything you want to, raw table talk, get off your chest or something?
I just want to see a lot more unity in the city when it comes to far like artists dealing with each other. That's just pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's any way we can, you feel what I'm saying, as a whole, as a Tallahassee as a whole, as artists as a whole in Tallahassee, let's push on stopping the violence that's going on in the city right now, you feel what I'm saying? Because every time we turn around, we're losing a lot of people, you feel what I'm saying? I love my people just like y'all love y'all people, you feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Little insight. Be the change.
Right.
Just do it. You know what I mean? It start with you, homie. Your name ain't for no reason. Somebody gotta take the stance to say this is what I want, and you know what? This is what I'm standing on. Cause we'll stand on something else and crash out and go to prison for 20 years because I'm standing on business.
Right.
But business is business.
Right.
This is business. Stand on it.
Because
and I charge you, homie.
yeah.
Make that change. And if you need anything from me on this kind of time,
Appreciate it.
bro, I'm on it.
Appreciate it.
Anything from me, man.
Appreciate it.
I'm there. As long as we on this kind of time, bro, I'm with it. Because if somebody don't take the stand
Right.
and say we gonna just be wishing. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.
Facts.
Yeah, and I want to piggyback on that because you low key kind of broke some ice over on the hood aspect. Since 2017, it's been underlying smoke going on and everything. But you took two artists from down bottom, did y'all music thing and brought them up top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like you're trying to bring that unity back to the hood that's missing. Because
and brought the hood out.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because it could be some other stuff going on the whole other side of town.
Right.
But niggas divided on this side of town.
Right.
So you definitely took a step right there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you definitely took a
Keep
step
doing your
right
thing,
there.
homie. I'm super impressed. I'm gonna tell you, man. One thing about me, bro, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't lie. I expected something different, just from what I seen, but I shouldn't have. But all you can do is, if I ate the French fries, if I ate at this restaurant last time and the food was nasty, and when I come here, I'm almost expecting the food to be nasty. But I'm gonna give you a chance. Now, if y'all got a new cook back there and y'all bring me the food, and guess what? Just as I was as vocal as saying I don't mess with this restaurant, I'll be just as vocal to say I mess with this restaurant. And bro, I will be on camera. I'll be vocal and say, bro, your spirit, I rock with you, homie. No cap. Real talk.
Well, yeah. That close out the interview aspect, man. Let's get into these live topics. And since we speaking on unity, that's kind of perfect for what I'm finna dive into. I want to touch on the racial dynamics that's going on in the world, white and black, etc. So Laura London, she just dropped a new movie on Netflix. Did y'all watch it yet?
Yeah. What? Them people.
Yeah. So
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. So on the movie, the white dude had a podcast also, and like towards the end, he spoke on saying that white and black people.
His co-host.
Yeah. He was like, white and black people really can't coexist. So it's like, damn. It's like that's still like, you know, they say that racism isn't going on anymore, but low key it still is.
Well, put it in the proper perspective. He was reiterating what his co-host said.
Yeah.
His co-host told us that, listen, bro, white and black people can't coexist.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, I feel them because of what y'all giving them.
Mm-hmm.
I just told you got to be because nobody's willing to in the white community and the black community. Because I'll tell you this, we black, right?
Right.
Some of the stuff we say, if white people were to say some of the stuff we say, we would deem them as racist.
Because when you think about it, when somebody say white and black people can't coexist, okay, somebody taught them to not coexist.
Exactly.
So why nobody can't teach them to coexist?
Right.
Straight
You know
up.
what I'm saying? I mean, it's just that simple.
It's a learned
You know what I'm
behavior.
saying? So it's like, if you can't coexist, it's because you don't want to coexist.
Yeah, I definitely feel like
you stuck in that lost mind state.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? That somebody taught you.
Psychologists call it operant conditioning.
Right.
Yeah.
You get a chance, just Google operant conditioning, because I don't have to do no definition. Google operant conditioning and research that and understand anything can be changed with the right conditioning.
Facts. I agree.
Sure.
I agree.
For
So
sure.
when I go to take my dog to get trained, you know what the people tell me? We're not training the dog.
Mm.
What you mean? They say we're training you. I don't need no more training. I said, yeah, I'm training you how to communicate with the dog. Because you keep saying, no, stop, don't. He said, dogs don't understand English.
Mm-hmm.
I need to teach you how to communicate with the dog.
Mm.
We need to teach the people how to communicate with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
We need to teach the people to communicate with the dog, which is racism, which is violence, which is black on black crime, whatever it is. I need to teach you how, because you just been saying stop, no, don't do it, and they don't understand that because that's not their language.
Right.
You got to be able.
So that's like basically dealing with, you know, a white person and expecting them to understand a hood language.
And see, why do they have to be a white person?
Anybody.
They're a person.
Mm-hmm.
But your lenses, see, I always told you, if I give you some glasses with some red lenses on it, everything you see
Gonna be red.
gonna have a red tint. And I can tell you, whoa, what color is that? You say red. And I'm saying, no, it's not. Bro, I'm telling you it's red.
But that's how you viewing it.
That's how you viewing it.
Yeah.
But if I ever take them glasses off you that somebody gave you, because somebody taught you how to view how you view, everything is acquired.
Mm-hmm.
You learn stuff from what you're around.
Right.
So if I take them glasses off and allow you to see what I see,
Right.
you won't view them. We're all people, homie.
Tapping it back. Exactly.
We all people.
Somebody. I mean, and it's crazy because it's just like we all of these races, but it's like somebody created the names for this race. You feel what I'm saying? So
True.
why do I got to be what you say I am? Because somebody. I mean, who created these?
Well, you're in my Sunday school lesson.
Who created white? Who created this? This is a white race. This is a black race.
Right.
This is an Indian race. Who? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why do I got to be a black? Why I can't be an Indian? Because he said I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he?
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So
True.
when you go down to the science of it, it's like I can't look at you no different because somebody say you white. You could really be an Indian.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna look at you like that. Like, I mean, you're a different complexion than I am. But guess what? You bleed like I bleed. You eat like I eat. You piss. You shit. You get in your car. You drive. You walk.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, what's different? Because you're a different complexion.
Okay.
It ain't like I'm a different species. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for sure. So I hear like different things that be going on that says like a lot of racial advantages and disadvantages. Like, you know, they'll say that one race can get away with something but the other race can get railroaded for it. But now we are in a sticky situation, our race in a whole, with the Tyree Nichols situation.
Those are facts.
Yeah.
Those are facts because certain people have those glasses.
Right.
And they have been conditioned to believe. I gave y'all the example a couple weeks ago about a poodle and a pit bull. They're both dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They both have teeth. They both have bitten people.
Right.
But because this pit bull has this reputation of being violent, being aggressive, I view him as a different. The dog catcher come and you tell him it's a pit bull, he coming with some different artillery.
Right.
You call the dog catcher and say, "Hey, I got a poodle running around." Okay. He probably eating a sandwich coming out there.
Again,
Yeah. Case in point, you call and say, "I have a black male in my yard trying to blah blah blah." SWAT team, some more stuff coming.
Right.
Well, this is how America has conditioned us to believe. But when you talk about, dangerous situations, school mass shootings and things of that nature, it's always other hue.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no one views them that way. It's because we were never taught. Kind of give you like your governor. I ain't gonna say he's my governor. He's trying to take away the African American studies because if I can stop you from knowing who you are,
you only know our way.
Right.
I can condition you to go where I want you to go.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever knew that, hey man, I'm that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a young lady in a situation with a guy. It's her first love, and all she knows is him, and all she thinks he always down, and she don't think she better until she see better.
Mm-hmm.
Like a kid that was raised in a battered home, and the mama keep calling her dumb, and the daddy just doing this and that, until they experience real love.
Right.
Then they reach their real potential.
Mm-hmm.
If we as a people could distribute love like we do hate, bro, it's so easy for people to distribute hate.
Definitely.
Listen, man, you got people that make real live accomplishments.
Yeah.
And, bro, you will minimize that. But the minute they do something that's contrary to street code or popular belief or what you think, everybody got something to say.
For sure.
Right.
For sure. It becomes the next topic to talk about.
It's easy to hate. It takes energy to love, bro.
True.
It takes discipline to love. You know what love is? Love is unconditional. You know where I learned that from? Because no matter how many mistakes I made, my mama's still my mama, homie.
For sure.
Bro, my daddy is still my daddy.
Right.
And I done disappointed him, homie.
Mm-hmm.
And even in my disappointment, bro, I can always go back and get a hug from my mama.
For sure.
Now, she gonna tell me when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I can always go and get a hug from my daddy. He gonna tell me when I'm wrong. But love is unconditional. Niggas claiming that they love you. People claiming that they like you.
Right.
But you don't know what love is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's easier to hate. Guess why? Because everybody's doing it.
That's crazy. You say you don't know what love is. I'm working on a song like that. How you love me when you don't know what love
You
means.
don't know what love means.
Mm.
This is what God said, and I'll let you go. He said, broad is the road to hell, but narrow is the road to heaven. Few people want to walk on this narrow road. You know why? Because it ain't a lot of people over here. First thing somebody want to know when you call them and ask them if they going somewhere,
Who all going?
is it thick?
Who going to be there?
But guess what? Whoa, guess what? And you contest to it. Ask me to go somewhere. Guess what I'm asking you? Who all gonna be there?
Right.
How many? No, I'm alright.
If it's thick, I don't even
I
want
don't
to
want to be around it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to do what everybody doing, homie. So to hone in on your question, homie. There is a current state where black African Americans are treated less than our counterparts that are considered Caucasian American.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. Can't change that.
Right.
But focusing on the issue and not a solution will always have an issue.
Mm.
If you just keep telling me it's 25 plus 25, and just keep on giving us 20, who's going to find the answer?
Mm.
It's going to take people like us to, like I was telling you, to make that bridge instead of this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now we have this wall and we're just arguing with each other over this wall.
Right.
No, bro, come over here. And then bro, I got a best friend, homie. He a Cuban American. Love him to death, bro. And bro, I promise you, I can go to his house. Every year we go down to his house for Halloween. They have down there in Woodville, bro. They got the best neighborhood. You slipping when you trying to go to Southwood and Killarn and all that.
And you can't give them the secret sauce, man.
Oh yeah, I want them to come down there in Woodville. They got a neighborhood down there where they have it'd be a man driving a tractor with a trailer on the back with a bunch of hay on it, and he put any kids you want on the back of that. Neighborhood just fire. But me and this dude, man, we've had a chance to sit down and bro, he's like one of my best friends, homie, and we don't talk every day. Sometimes he'll just text me and say, "Hey, bro, I love you, bro."
Yeah.
And I know he mean that. Well, ask me when the last time one of my homies called me to tell me that they love me.
For sure.
One of my own people.
I actually keep in contact with one of my old roommates from the county. White dude.
Right.
He from Valdosta.
Yeah.
Funny as hell. Nigga made time go by. I was so mad when he left. But
Almost cried, didn't
what?
Yeah.
Goddamn, bro, you finna go?
Yeah.
I'm literally, I want to start a fight to keep in. But when I got out, we find each other on the book, and he still like a reach out from time to time. Hey, bro, you jumping on the game tonight? Just different type of shit.
Bro, I'm gonna show you how
genuine friendship.
Everything I say, homie, I stand on it. You can tell by his name. I call him Jorge. His name is George.
Oh, Jorge?
No, Jorge is George in Spanish.
I thought they spelled it with a J though, because a J in Spanish is like kind of like H, because that's like Javier.
Look what he said, boy. Boy, love you, brother. Happy New Year, my friend, to you and the family. He always Merry Christmas. Look, it be
and
that's
it's so
from
crazy
Christmas
though.
to New Year,
But
and then it's June.
Right.
But guess what he's saying? Boy, I love you.
But if you think about it, other cultures are always full of love. That's kind of like Bruno Mars.
Right.
All his music is happy.
Happy music, right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why Bruno so happy? And it was like, that's his culture. That's how they was raised.
Right.
So I'm like, damn.
True enough, I'm not disputing the fact that we have something to be hurt about. But if you continue in the hurt and not allow yourself to get healed, you'll become infected. And my infection bleeds infection on you.
For sure.
And we have been infecting our generation from generation to generation because we haven't dealt with the hurt that started way before us.
I agree.
Because now everybody back in them, boy, grandma had a good white buddy.
Mm-hmm. No matter the situation.
Yeah, grandma had somebody. Boy, that was her girl. You couldn't tell her nothing about her.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't because of the work relationship. They just genuinely loved each other. A lot of our ancestors, a lot of our great grandmothers raised the white children. That was their job. As a slave, bro, you took care of the children. So a lot of these children were raised by black people.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's something that we can offer each other, but we just have this wall. Someone has to tear this wall down.
And if you think about it, they put it in the movies. That's like life.
Mm-hmm.
They, the prisoners would clean the house and, do whatever to the White House. And they ended up falling in love with the black people. And now it's who's the pappy. So,
and back
it
then,
makes sense.
why do you think, bro, listen. Why do you think we have so many different shades of black?
True, because they swear you're mixed.
Man, I looked up my doggone history because I was at my homeboy house. Quick story. At my homeboy house. This is my best friend moved up here. Found out, bro. I was at his house for his birthday. His kin people, it was a lady from my church. She told him who I was. Told him my last name. The lady said, your last name what? Told him my last name. This is my daddy's brother's children.
Yeah.
I never met, my daddy's daddy's brother. I never met my granddaddy. Didn't even know I had people over there. But these are my people.
Right.
So then when I go to looking into it, you go back, they have pictures, but these people getting lighter and lighter. They getting light skin and light skin. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
It had to be some cross stuff in there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think if we can get past it, and I get what everybody say, we've been done bad for years. We told that story. Now what do we do now? You know what I mean? Because they ain't gonna give us nothing. Ain't nobody gonna give us nothing.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, we looking for somebody else to give us something that we won't give each other.
Right.
We waiting for the man to give us 40 acres and a mule, but I got 30 cents and I won't give you a dime.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you need it. Come
That's
on, man.
good.
This mine and that's yours. But then we get mad at them for saying this mine and that's yours.
Right.
But we do the same thing.
Right.
That's fair.
So it is what it is.
And I hear a lot of people talking about generational curses and, you know, just stuff being handed down. I wanted to tap on, what about generational guidance? Mm-hmm. You know, because say nobody give you nothing, you can get your own, right? You know what I'm saying? You run up your own bag. Now, you got all this money, and you know you from the hood. You ain't really think about what to do with it, so it's just here. People not really telling you like what's beneficial, or say, okay, I'm finna go buy a car. I'm telling you I'm finna go buy a car now. Alright, y'all with me buying a car. Y'all don't tell me what insurance I need to get, because in my mindset, I ain't thinking about insurance. I'm just thinking about I'm finna buy my first car. I'm stunned right now.
Right.
The people at the dealership signed me up for my insurance. Now, fast forward a whole year later, I ain't even had my car. I read it, insurance done BS me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, y'all got this grade A insurance, but ain't nobody tell me to get the grade A insurance. Y'all let me get set up with the dealership and what they decided to give me. Now I'm in the bind. You know what I'm saying?
You selling out. Why you letting people give you that crazy insurance?
Yeah.
You ain't try to help me. You ain't tell me.
You ain't pull my coat.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't stop me from getting this car, or you ain't stop me from going to make this move or that move. You know, people don't really give generational guidance no more.
The mic.
Oh yeah, it be in the mic like more.
Check this out though, Will. I'm gonna tell you what our counterparts. I'm gonna tell you what they do. They set themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
They wear Skechers. They wear no name brand. Drive minivans. No name brand clothes, but put their children through the best schools.
For sure.
And when them children graduate, daddy is buying the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
The down payment, if y'all want to, the down payment that you need for your house, we got that. Over here, I'm trying to compensate for something that I never had, and I'm trying to make up for lost time to where I ain't got nothing to give you because I'm trying to compensate for something I never had. So I'm trying to build myself up to make myself look like or appear like I got it. But these people never appearing to have it. You will pass them every day. And not, bro, Jeff Bezos, I mean, what to do to the own Apple?
On Apple?
Yeah, not Apple. Not
Amazon.
Not Apple, but the Google guy. What's the Google name, man?
Not Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Oh yeah, Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Bro, you look at this man. If you didn't know him, you wouldn't know him.
Right.
But you give a brother some money, you gonna know it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You can see him from across the room.
Yeah.
That boy got it.
Most definitely.
But the people that have it, that really last, are the people that don't have to prove to you that I have it. And that's what we can learn from our counterparts. If we can ever tear this wall down. We can learn that, listen, what y'all spending so much money on to appear like you have it,
Right.
we gonna sacrifice that 10, 12 years to what we gonna really have it.
We gonna really have it.
Y'all look like y'all got it. We really got
I
it.
forgot what artist it was, but it was an artist I heard talking about it. They say they never buy nothing unless they
You
go
can buy it
twice.
Yeah.
Oh, that sound like your boy from Las Vegas.
But that's a common thing. That's a common thing. So everybody says it.
Right.
But guess what they do? I'm not buying it at all
Right.
Yeah.
until buying it is nothing. You know how you spend $1? That's how these people go on vacations on me and spend 40
Yeah, I don't know.
on a vacation.
Want to buy it
And they
appreciate
missing
you
it.
buying it.
And you don't know nothing about it. But guess what they've done? They've built memories in these kids. And they showed these kids this. You can have this. The reason why our kids can only think they can have Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and that's the farthest they can go because we never showed them anything else. Bro, I vow to take my kids out of the country. I want to let my kids see something that they've never seen so they can aspire to be it. See, we're so infatuated with what we see on TV to where we try to imitate it. But the infatuation should saturate And the saturation should cause some inspiration.
Exactly.
And the inspiration gonna make me go and get it myself. That's what these other people do that we so down on. They owe us this. Why don't we just? Bro, I just want to pick your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know the conversation. Do you want $5 million or lunch with Jay-Z?
Right.
I'll take the money. No, I want the mind. Because if you give me the mind, I can get the money.
Money, right? And times it.
But give me the money with a bad mind, and I'm gonna be broke again.
For sure.
I'm in a space in life. That's why I was so impressed, bro, by you. I'm in a space where, man, I admire minds more than I do anything else.
Right.
I admire the thought process. I admire somebody that can go through adversary and have all the shots coming at them and say, you know what? I'm still gonna push through. Right. People will say what they want to say about the young fella. What's his name?
Oh.
My dog, man. I love the little fella.
I already know you too much.
Boston.
Oh yeah.
They bro, all kind of shit. But you know what I love about him? Through it all, I'm persistent and I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna be moved. You know, and guess what my devotion was? Cause I get up in the morning, I read devotion. The Bible says this. It says, be steadfast and unmovable.
Right.
Knowing that your work, that your labor is not in vain.
Right.
So all the work that you put together is not in vain.
Right.
And regardless of what you may have caused this, it may be rightfully come to you. But don't let it stop you. Because what God got for you, He got for you.
Stop.
And if we could ever get past the trendy stuff to her, because I hate you, they hate you, I gotta hate you too. They say listen, I've never, my mama tell you, I got a lot of my whoopers behind it. There ain't too many people tell me what to do. Mama, daddy, it's about the gist of it.
Right.
I'm not gonna do what you want me to do.
Right.
I'm gonna do what he tells me to do. And what he tells me to do is unconditional love, homie.
Okay, well, let me ask y'all this. With both of y'all being music artists and, you know, being involved in the streets.
I mean, all of us being music artists.
I be forgetting that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I be forgetting. Yeah, on my birthday, man.
Yeah, okay, yeah. How'd you forget?
I take when I get in podcast mode.
No, you an artist.
Yeah, I get in that mode.
I'm gonna remind you who you are.
All right,
yeah,
so
you
I always be an artist, but I want to ask, you know, y'all for sure, what advice would y'all have for, you know, be in the situation with people against him and bashing him? You know, rather, you know, right or wrong, we're gonna X that out. Just how people are coming at him. How would y'all react to that situation?
How he reacted. See, for me to tell him to react is to tell him to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell him to be unapologetically
Be him.
himself.
Do
If that's how you do you, homie, do you.
Do you?
And guess what? I would do this. Hats off to homie.
Okay.
Cause I don't care who say what.
Mm-hmm.
I know who I am.
At the end of the day, like I was saying, you rather be a rich fuck nigga than a broke real nigga. You gonna have people who gonna like you regardless of what you do, and you gonna have people who not gonna like you regardless for their own reason.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Can't please everybody.
You either like me or you don't like me.
Okay.
Man,
I
listen.
feel that.
And I want him, cause see, I had that thought too, bro. And God, dog, I wish more. But then I thought about it, I said that he wouldn't be being him.
Right.
And I want him to be him, cuz.
Right.
Hey.
But and you even quoted this and Future. I heard I think you told me that Future quoted this. All the niggas he know that's locked up is because they couldn't control their emotions.
I don't know. I didn't say Future said it. I said it. I ain't never heard Future say it.
Somebody told me Future said it. I thought
No, you probably heard it in the future. You'll hear it in the future. But I'm gonna tell you this. The jail is 80% full of people that could control some emotion.
Right.
Whether it was impulse, whether it was lust, whether it was greed, whether it was anger, whether it was depression, whether it was sadness, whatever it is, I guarantee you can label those crimes that the people are in there for up under emotion.
Nah, for sure, because you know when Lil Bro was going on his rant, I even reached out to him. I'm like, bro, you know, despite what's going on, bro, control your emotions, and you know, whether he read it or not, you know, it's just that was the right thing to say.
But listen, at the same time, that's him.
Yeah.
Because I've had conversations with, I ain't gonna call no name, with some certain people and say, hey, homie, now you know you was dead wrong.
Nah, for sure. Like,
control your emotions, but guess what? Well, I feel you, but in time, see, you learn with time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's not an overnight process.
It's not. And what I had to do is, as an OG, I had to realize this. Bro, stop trying to make them be you.
Right.
A lot of the advice that I used to give was based on how I would handle the situation.
Right.
Not really considering who I'm talking to.
Right.
I can't give you sound advice from my perspective.
But
I got to find out who you are.
yeah, but like you said though, you still gotta plant that seed.
All I can do is tell you this. Listen, I wouldn't handle it that way, and I don't think you would, because I don't think you was in your right mind when you did that.
Oh yeah, no, not even speaking on that.
I'm not talking about you.
No, I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about
no, okay,
yeah,
no,
what we was speaking of.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? Telling the person like, you know what I'm saying, control your emotions, or you know, just speaking on it in general. That's planting the seed, because now they gonna always have that second thought in their head like, wait, all right, hold on, bro, control yourself. You know, it give them a second option versus just very much so, versus just crashing out.
And I love that. And see that in that aspect, well, you're right, and I'm wrong. You're right, because you got to be able to. Somebody got to be able to say, hey, homie, it's a better way to do that. Right. Now, to telling you how to do it, I don't know, because I don't know you. But I tell you, that ain't it.
Yeah, that's like speaking on, and I ain't finna get too detailed with it, but a couple years ago when you and a certain party was exchanging diss tracks with each other, and you know it got kind of personal, talking about the dead people, and now in my mind I'm like, oh, I would have wrecked that, but that's before I met Whoa, and then he put the control your emotions thing in my life, and it's like, okay, damn, it's kind of like knowing your audience. If I would let my emotions take control and crash that, I wouldn't be here right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I was in that situation. Right. So, that really plays an effect, and people really tapping in with you and telling you, you know what I'm saying? Just before you could be boiling hot, and to that point, and all they gotta say is control your emotions. Then it's like, damn, why you had to say that? Yep. Right. Now I gotta sit here and think about this and think about that, and now you realize, damn, it ain't worth it. But
ask Profit this. How many people you encountered behind that wall that wish they would have just stopped and thought?
Everybody back up.
Yeah,
everybody.
Sure.
But I know when I first laid down on that bunk, I said, but now if I'd have just took the sign, cause I had lost my keys, and I looked everywhere for the keys. You replay. I found them keys, and I went out here and I did. And God, dog, if I'd have just stayed home, I wouldn't be here.
You don't only replay the incident. You replay the whole day from the time you woke up. Man, if I wouldn't have did this, or got this call, called this person. So I have to agree with you, Tony. I have to say this, bro. You're right. We got to be, because too many times we sit on the sideline and we allow people to crash and burn, because we say, yeah, he ain't gonna listen at me anyway.
Yeah.
But it be you never know what you could do to somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? One of my homeboys told me this. I never forget it, and it stick with me to this day. Bro, I had a little situation, and I told him, because it was a big homie, you know what I mean? He ain't like me, but and I ain't called him because he ain't finna go with me to do nothing. He know me, so I'm telling him how I finna handle. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm just letting you know, boy. So he like, yeah, I feel you. I said, yeah, old patience.
I remember this story.
He said, old patience, boy, I'm gonna have to tell her how daddy was, boy, cause yeah. You probably be able to write a few letters and stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and but from that much time, they probably give they probably have an old stepdad or something when you get back.
Right.
And, boy, you talking about pissed off. I said, nigga, what? He said, no, I'm just trying to say, man, did you think about the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
And, bro, nigga, I'll let you later. And on my way to do what I'm finna do.
You thinking about it.
Bro, I cannot get this out my head.
It's on you.
What? And I called nigga, I said, man, nigga, I love you, nigga. Cause you just showed me another side. Because everybody would feed that problem side of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say, I don't never have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. That's why I said, bro, you right. Because sometimes somebody got to feed that other side of you, because that's all you ever knew. And just because that's you, just don't make it right.
And see, I'm going to say that because I'm speaking on experience, and I'm speaking because, every time you done pull me to the side, and when I listen or decided to listen, it wasn't because of who you are and your stat sheet. it's because of the simple fact that somebody actually took the time out to do that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too much of that going on right now. Ain't nobody trying to be big homies or grab a nigga by the ear where you tripping. Let me holler at you. So, you know, to get that, it's like, damn, okay, let me sit back real quick and analyze the situation. Nah, that ain't worth that. I'm just gonna sleep it off. Then you wake up tomorrow, what was I even mad for?
Because a lot of times, but once you box yourself in, what you believe, you make yourself believe that nobody really cares anyway.
Right.
So to find out that somebody cares kind of changes my thought process.
Yeah, it kind of fucks you up.
You actually really, and I know who you are, and I know your rap sheet, and I know that, and you even care about me.
Right.
Because listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you, regardless of what somebody tell you, the depiction that other people have of you. In your mind, sometimes you know, man, I really ain't like that, bro. You know, not saying bad or negative.
Right.
I'm gonna speak for me, and I speak on my woe. Boy, me and Jungle always tell you, boy, if anything go on, boy, my old girl, Jungle people, they gonna always call and say, where they at? Because they really believe that we've crashed out before, but we've grown.
Right.
So people gonna really, where they at? What they doing?
Right.
And what I'm saying to man, I'm really not like that. I'm really not that. Now I was.
Right.
But I've matured.
Right.
I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
I am not finna just throw it all away just because. Now listen, if it get to that, see now when I go to address a situation, I'm coming humbly. Listen, bro, it really don't have to be like this because I understand, like you said, energy. If I come bark, if I take my dog to another dog and they go to barking at each other, there is no way that they gonna get together and you know catch the ball together.
Right.
But if we introduce them on some common terms where they meet each other, it's common, ain't no barking and jumping at each other, it could possibly be that they can have an amicable situation to where they can be, you know, they can coexist. You and I can coexist if we learn how to communicate. Right. But what we've always been taught is don't communicate.
Yeah.
Don't tell somebody how you feel.
Right.
And I know you're doing wrong, but I don't think I could talk to you, so I would never say nothing to you. Right. So I've blocked the communication. Right. But if we could ever just get to the point where we could communicate with each other, bro, I'm telling you, Prophet, bro, you got a movement inside of you. I don't know if you tapped into it. Pray about it, homie. Right. You got a movement inside of you.
For sure.
That God put in you.
For shit, sure.
Man, act on it.
For sure.
The whole I don't knock gang members because I understand this. The origination of it and what it was really meant for. Right. If you really knew, you know, I know. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Right. If you really knew what the Bloods and the Crips were really originated to do,
unity.
And it just got distorted for the lack of communication. So what they did is they took out the head and left all y'all to run over here. And I know y'all gonna run crazy. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because y'all had no guidance.
Right.
But so if the lack of guidance is what caused it to distort, the presence of guidance is what will cause it to bring it back together. I have no problem with gangs. People, I go to church every Sunday, bro. I teach Sunday school, whatever. I love gang members. Guess why? Because I know the essence of you. It's no different than a Omega, a Delta, a AKA, a Cap. It's just it was distorted. It's no different than Satan being an angel of worship to being an angel of the devil music.
Yeah, because you joining for the brotherhood. You joining for a guaranteed person to have your back.
So but guess what? We still have this wall. Church people or righteous people, and we look down on them. Why not build a bridge?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Republicans are gang members.
Democrats.
I mean, when it comes to gangs in the urban community, the whole purpose of gangs being created was basically like the police community, protecting the community, keeping the community together, making sure the community is taken care of.
Yeah, that's like the Black Panthers.
Pretty much, you feel what I'm saying? I mean, pretty much that's what gangs pretty much
in righteous unity.
You feel what I'm saying? That's pretty much where it started from. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now, you feel what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I did the research on it. You know, I tapped in. I watched a lot of people don't remember this movie, Redemption, with Jamie Foxx, the Stanley Tucci Williams story. You know, I watched that and it started one way and it took the turn.
Cause guess what they did? They took Tukey out.
They did. They took the big homie.
What's the big homie in Chicago?
Hoover. Larry Hoover.
Took Hoover out the way.
Mm-hmm.
The big blood, they took him out the way. If you know the whole blood story, why they did it, cause somebody's jacket got took. You know, I ain't gotta get into the politics of it, but it was because of that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And bro, we want to stop this from happening again, homie. So we gonna step down and we gonna protect ours.
Right.
But everything gets distorted.
It does.
God gave us a voice to glorify Him, but hey, man, sometimes you know.
It's like Dirt say, man, you gotta be like he the voice of Chicago. You know, rather he using it right or wrong, everybody gotta speak up for something. You know what I'm saying?
You see the trend. Now. What I respect, people say dude crazy, but I respect. I think he's had an intervention because he's had a time, like Prophet spoke about earlier, to find out who he really is out there in West Bummer Hill, Arizona, wherever he at. Young boy.
Facts.
Now he's saying, bro, listen, man, let's just stop the violence, bro. And then I recently heard Yak say, hey, man, listen, bro, I don't want no trouble, bro. Just stop the violence. And watch what I tell you, because we're trendy people.
Everybody don't follow.
We're trendy people, bro. You got to think, before this drill music, bro, it was, you know, love, happy. And then before that, for Florida, it was don't stop,
Florida was a dancing state.
Man, I knew some of the gangstest people in our city.
Boy G just recently said something about that on his Instagram story. Recently, asked producers to start making dark beats and evil beats and drill beats. And when they gonna start about making good, feel good music.
Yeah, what you call it? Just dropped the Juke song, and you know a lot of people don't tap in with it no more. But Iceberg, because I see he got a verse.
Young Cash just made a new
Cash
song called Florida Heat.
Pain.
Facts.
Shout out to Cash. I know Cash. I always like Cash, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta look at it, Woo. When do stuff just started trending?
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever's hot, Pac said it. Whatever side is winning, that's my side.
Right.
Man, why we gotta be such followers?
Twitter.
Yeah, we don't have vision anymore.
Yeah, you know, pick up the phone, see
like
something going on. That's what we with.
Yeah. So whatever's, you gotta think for way back to where people were literally sitting down, and people pour a bucket of water or ice on them for the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that's.
Then you had a whole bunch of people walking across crates, something that was very dangerous.
Yeah, break your back, bruise yourself,
cinnamon challenge.
Cinnamon, children dying.
But see, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm one of the people like I was really influenced by King Von. You know what I'm saying? God bless the dead.
I like you said it was.
That still are. You know, shit, nigga, my favorite rapper. Shit.
Yeah.
But I had to realize. It's cool for Von to do what he do. I can't do that shit in my state. I'm gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Them folks ain't playing here. You know, people don't understand where they come from while they trying to follow something else.
I just told you this. There's a difference between infatuation and inspiration. I could like what you're doing, but once I become infatuated with you, I try to imitate you. But now, if I like what you're doing and I'm inspired by you, I'll take that energy you put into what you was doing to be the best you, and I'll be the best me.
But see, like I tell people though, they look at the Von that the media is portraying, but they're not looking at the Von who was trying to buy old block, put daycares back in the old block, coming back, busting down on his people, take care of all his people. You know, that's the aspect of Von I gravitated to. Because you know the other shit, yeah, okay, it's cool, but I'm looking at the real nigga that he was. You know what I'm saying? Like this man really took care of his people. And it shows. He's gone.
And that's what you gravitate to.
Yeah, but it's not it's showing like now that he's gone, times have changed again.
Right.
So it's like, you know, that's the Von that I seen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on the demon time type shit, you know, that everybody like, oh yeah, this and that. Nah, man, that man was a real nigga, authentic nigga at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He made sure everybody was straight. So when people be like, oh, bro, you in rap beef, bro. You tripping, bro. Bro, it ain't about the rap beef. It ain't about.
I mean, for a minute though. Yeah, for a minute.
I mean, it's still effing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say. Come on, don't make like everybody was tripping. Well, for a minute,
I ain't gonna.
For a minute, you got lost in the sauce. You know.
But nah,
me too. Back then, I was a Tupac fan. So everything Biggie, I don't want to hear. But then I matured. and I was able to respect both men's mind.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So there's things about Pac that I like. There's things about Biggie that I like. There's the things about Dirt that I like. There's some things about Quando Rondo that I like. Yeah, bro. Bro, when you think about the music that this man, outside of everybody telling you to hate him, what's the little fella, man, made a hot song and they brought up some rumors about him and everybody backed up from him. Pop Hunter.
Yeah.
This man had a hot song, bro.
Yeah,
and y'all,
they took it off TikTok and all.
Y'all gonna send this man back to the doggone streets to die.
That's crazy.
That's what y'all want. Because guess why?
That's crazy.
The insecurity in yourself makes you feel better when I don't make it.
And see, that's why I said something about, I'm on some speak up type shit when I see a nigga crashing, because I wish every day somebody would have stopped going.
Right.
I wish somebody would even went and told him that the man was over there.
Right.
What point did he have to prove? The man had stats.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, but like one of my homeboys told me, everybody want to see you be gangster. So that's like, if some shit pop up, niggas gonna come get me. And want to see me do some shit. So I got, like, be the one to tell them, like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna do that. Or nah, bro, you ain't finna do that. For what? Bro, it's gonna turn out bad. And not knowing if these niggas strapped or not, we could beat them up and walk away.
Right.
But what's the point of taking that chance? Fuck that. Bro, y'all got it, bro. We got more shit to live for. Now look how many people suffering with bro gone.
My dog, bro.
Oh, I'm on the porch now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at everybody else. I'm on the porch, man. I'm hot
watching the game.
Yeah, man.
Well, man, listen, bro. I really appreciate, what your mind space, and we ain't gotta take it too long, man. I respect and I admire the fact that you came.
For sure.
Respect your mind state, man, and I bless everything that you I pray that the endeavors that you transcend upon, I pray that God blesses them if it's in His will.
I appreciate that.
And
appreciate it.
if you ever genuinely, homie, from me to you, if you need anything as far as positivity, trying to put it together, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm there for you, homie.
Appreciate it.
On everything I love. Get his eye and tell him straight up, bro. I'm there for you, bro. And
yes, sir.
I'll leave you with this. God will never lead you where He can't lead you.
Right.
It sound complex, but it ain't.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Right.
He'll never lead you where He can't lead you. And what He put in your heart, homie, act on it.
Right.
If you don't remember nothing else I said tonight, just fan that flame. Blow on it. It'll light back up.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm out of here. It's dirt.
Y'all heard it here first, man. Raw Table Talk is rocking with Profit, man.
Right.
Y'all look out for the new projects. Drop your Instagrams and everything so they on all your
man.
tags.
Y'all go look me up, man, on Instagram, Profit Dinero Music, man. I'm on Facebook as Profit Dinero, and I'm on YouTube as Profit Dinero Music. Check me out, man.
For sure, man.
We out. Shout out to Stacks Management, though.
Shout out to Cash
Always.
Entertainment, man. We here.
Always. And shout out, to the real.